Hey guys, I'm Mo and thank you so much for joining my channel today. Palo Duro Canyon is the second largest canyon in the United States. Do you know what it comes second to? What's the first largest canyon? Do you know? If you don't know, I'll tell you, it's the Grand Canyon. So I have been looking up information for the Grand Canyon and Palo Duro Canyon popped up in my results. So I hadn't heard about Palo Duro Canyon for years. A couple of weeks ago, I had been searching about the Grand Canyon and Palo Duro Canyon popped up. So I clicked on it and wow. So the first image that you'll probably see is of the lighthouse. And this is a rock formation that's shaped kind of like a lighthouse. And it's very beautiful. And that's really what made me want to visit Palo Duro Canyon. So my family took a little road trip and our destination was not Palo Duro Canyon, but Palo Duro Canyon or Amarillo was on the way to our destination. So we decided to visit Palo Duro Canyon. So some things about Palo Duro Canyon. I didn't know that it was the second largest canyon in the United States. Palo Duro Canyon is in Canyon, Texas. It's not in Amarillo. It's about 30 miles from Amarillo. Right now, during COVID and everything that's going on with that, you have to make reservations online or you would have to call in advance because they're only allowing a certain amount of people inside the park per day. You can also check on their Facebook page because they, whenever they have reached capacity, they usually post it on their Facebook page. But if you know that you want to visit Palo Duro Canyon and you know what day, I would go ahead and reserve that day, especially if it's on the weekend because a lot of people travel on the weekend. So you want to make sure you get the date that you want to visit. Go ahead and get online and reserve it or call and make a reservation. It is $8 per adult and it is free for kids 12 and under. So if you're 13, you get charged. My family ended up paying only $16 to go inside, and I thought that was pretty awesome because it's a gigantic place. There's a lot of things to cover. We did not scratch the surface. The first picture that I have before we, like right when we got on the property, I guess, before you get to the Palo Duro Canyon sign, this first picture that I took, and it was 10 o'clock on the dot. I checked my pictures because I wanted to see about how long we stayed, and it was 10 o'clock on the dot. And my last picture or video was like at 11:45, somewhere around there. So we were there for a while, and we drove through. We did get out. We got out at like the visitor center or the observation area when you first get in there. We took pictures up there. We looked, all around, and we walked down where the visitor center is, but we did not go inside the visitor center. But we did that. I got out a couple of times before we made it to the observation area and did a couple of videos and pictures. But after that, we didn't get out anymore. We just drove through, and I forget how many miles it is, but we drove through and it's like a circle. So we drove through and we came back out, and that was the extent of our trip. And what we could see from the car, it was very beautiful, but I plan to go back because I really want to hike out to the lighthouse and really, take pictures. I forgot my camera. So I didn't even have my camera. Everything all the pictures and videos that I took were on my phones. But anyway, we drove through, and it was just amazing to me and my husband, at least my kids. I don't think they were, because we were inside the car, I feel like they weren't that interested in it, but I feel like if we were outside of the car, they would have been more fascinated. But my husband and I, we were fascinated. Like, you don't see anything like that where we're from. We live in East Texas, deepest Texas, close to the Louisiana border, and there's like nothing like that here. So we were mesmerized and in awe, but the kids were like, whatever, where's the Wi-Fi? So anyway, so if you do go and you decide to hike or whatever, you need to make sure that you are prepared. You need to make sure that you have water. I was watching somebody on YouTube I was watching, and they said you need to make sure that you have at least a gallon of water per person. I don't even like water, but it can get hot out there and you want to make sure you're prepared. So just to be safe, you know, per adult, I would say, but just make sure you have enough water. Make sure you have snacks, because the Lighthouse Trail is like 2.8 miles one way. So it's about 6 miles there and back. So you want to make sure that you are prepared for the hike, and you need to make sure you know what the weather's going to be like and all of those things. So you can also go horseback riding. I think you can like rent a horse from them, or a guided tour, or you can bring your own horse, but they have to have some kind of test or something done before they can go inside. You can check the website and see what that is. I have no idea. They have musicals. Pretty sure that's not going on right now because of Corona, but they have musicals. You can camp. You can bring, you know, your RV or your motorhome in. You can camp in your tent, and they also have cabins. So, but the cabins, like, they fill up fast. So like I said before, if you know you're going, you need to like make your reservations ASAP so you can get everything that you want to get. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you guys? I think that was all I wanted to tell y'all. So I will have video coming up next and pictures of our experience. Like I said, we did not really get out and hike anywhere. You're going to be seeing video from the car, and when we did get out and walk to the visitor center in the observation area, I did get maps from online. They gave us maps when we got there. I think we threw them away on accident. I wanted to show you guys the maps so that you can see them. They have maps and everything on their website, so if you need a map, you can always check the website. But yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. Here comes that video and those pictures. Thank you again for watching, and if you have any questions, please comment below. If you've been to Palo Duro Canyon and you have any suggestions for me for when I go back, put those down in the comments below as well. Like I said, this was not our destination. This was just a detour, a stop along the way. So there will be footage of our destination, which was Colorado. This was our first time going to Colorado. So excited about it. We got to go now during COVID. Wow, it was an awesome time. Just be on the lookout for those videos from Colorado, and stay tuned for video from Palo Duro Canyon and our pictures. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and come back next week for a new video at Colorado. Bye. Bye now. See you guys later.